Hey guys, and welcome back to Jesse's Junk Mail. For those of you that are new, this is my vlog where I just talk about basically whatever is going on inside this huge noggin of mine. So just a couple of things going on. I missed the presidential debate, the second one between Trump and Clinton. I was invited to just a phenomenal play. It wasn't a skit. It was a full play. It had like two acts to it. At the Greater North Shore Full Gospel Baptist Church. And it was phenomenal. Everybody did an amazing job just to sit there and watch them. You know, a lot of times we know people, but we don't really know what they're capable of doing. And in this setting, you know, I walked into the church. I saw a couple of people that I knew, so I walked up and I said hey to them and talked to them for a minute. Then I wanted to, you know, find a spot, sit down, and just wait for the production to start. Well, while I was sitting there, they have this huge wooden cross that just sits right there, and you've got the scenery on the stage and everything, and I'm just looking at that cross, and the whole time I'm looking at that cross, I'm thinking, God, how do you love us so much? And the next thing you know, there's worship music just started playing, real soft, and that was all I could do was just stare at that cross and think, how much does he love us? But I'm not going to preach tonight. So the name of the play that they did, it was evidently it was a young lady in their church that actually wrote it and directed it, and it involved some of my young people, one of my girls and one of my boys, and it dealt with peer pressure about all these kids in an orphanage and these two adults that through the trials in their lives, you know, the oh, what do they call him? The gentleman there that was trying to teach and instruct the boys. It was a I just forgot that quick, guys. That's how it would just, everything happened so fast. It was an orphanage, 6 kids, and each kid came with their own hidden problem, issue, whatever the case may be. And so through acts 1 and 2 of this play, they get down to it. And it dealt with drugs, it dealt with alcohol, it dealt with abuse, mental, physical, sexual. It dealt with everything that young people have to deal with today. I was moved to see one of my boys up there, you know, playing the role and talking about it. And I can remember thinking, shoot, it wasn't a couple of years ago. This was just some crazy teenager. And now they're up on stage and they're performing, but they're not just performing, they're sending a message of hope. You know, God says, I know the plans I have for you. That right there, that first part of that is, he knows. We don't know. If you'd have told me that years from now at the age of 40, I'm 42, by the way, B tells me I'm 42, so not 43. So if you'd have told me at 42 I'd still be in the youth ministry, I'd still be reaching people for Jesus Christ, if you'd have told me that I would be on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and all these things, just sharing the love that I have with everybody, I'd have called you crazy, because this was not the plan for my life. But God says he knows. He knows. So what I saw on this stage was just an amazing group of people And the things that they shared, written through the play, the things that they shared, guys, we really need to stop judging people. That was what I took away from that whole thing. We don't give people a chance. We don't. Yes, they're going to screw up. Yes, they're going to jack us up. But we have to forgive them. We have to forgive them. And if not give them a chance, give someone else the chance. So, hats off to the drama group at the Greater North Shore Full Gospel Baptist Church. You guys, Brittany, Joe, Colby, Taylor, you guys all did an amazing job. Just absolutely fascinating. I wished I had that type of talent. But I think the only thing I may be made for is comedy. I'm not quite for sure. But it was great. It was great. I knew a couple of people that know me from the community, so it was nice and very humbling. They honored me. Introduced me to a couple of their people, probably gave me far more credit than I deserve, but it was very humbling. But it was just an amazing experience. Guys, every day people are out there looking for something to change their lives, and that's the fact. Every day. And that's the hopes that this YouTube, that somebody's going to see it and think, you know what, I don't even know that guy, and he's talking exactly about what I'm going through. I wish I could share that whole play with you guys. It was phenomenal. But yeah, so that was the event. That was the events for this weekend. I just spent a lot of time, a lot of personal time reflecting. For those of you that may not know me, I get pretty aggravated when people don't do what they're supposed to do. It makes me, aggravated is the wrong word. It makes me angry. I don't understand why people can't do what they're supposed to do. It's beyond me. So it's something that I struggle with, because part of your Christianity is to be patient, to be long suffering. I'm not very patient and I'm not very long suffering, and I need to work on that. But I reflected a lot this weekend on my family and my youth ministry. And I just took a couple of minutes this weekend just to realize just exactly how loved and blessed I am. I'm followed by some amazing people. I hear from amazing people each and every day, be it social media, text, phone calls, and when somebody calls me and they tell me they're going through something, I count it an honor. I count it just an honor that they told me that, so that I can share that experience with them and hopefully walk through that storm with them. But just all in all, a great weekend. Just absolutely fabulous. I'm loving life right now. I really, really am. I just, I've got some work to do here at the homestead, but we'll get that just as soon as I get the money saved up. We're gonna go and start remodeling my home. So that's it. We got a couple of football games this weekend, this week coming up. What was it? This weekend I actually got to play a lot more WoW than I thought I would. So did a lot of farming. I finally got to a point to where I'm kind of comfortable with where I'm at in the game, and so much so that where I left my main, and I've started the grind with my mage, and unfortunately that's going to be a slow grind, so I will probably flip-flop as far as that goes. But started watching, and I didn't write them down too. I should have wrote them down. These podcasts, I found 2 really good World of Warcraft podcasts, to where they go in depth, and language is a little Language is a little racy. I can't figure out why everybody just wants to drop the F-bomb all the time. It's beyond me. I see no reason for it, but they do it. But two podcasts, a lot of information, just a lot of information. And you know how when you're playing and you're focusing and you've got the noise going on from the side. So hopefully, you know, I'm taking it in, but really, really, really good. I found out that the podcast I listen to used to be called Woo Nation. It's now called The Ric Flair Show. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm a fan of Ric Flair. So followed him all my life, and so that was pretty good. So all in all, just a great weekend. The presidential debate I missed, but I did want to talk to you guys about that for a minute. I don't know what Donald Trump said. I heard it was pretty bad, but if you listen to what people say, anything we say is bad. So, but I have seen a couple of Facebook posts on social media about it. I know that some of my friends have, I'm just disappointed in them. I really am. You know, we tell people that we're Christian, and then we turn around and all of a sudden Christianity doesn't apply to politics. And that's wrong. That's just wrong. And I've seen people argue. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend, and I told him, your Facebook is different than who you are, sir. He said, no, I'm not. I said, yes, it is. You know, it's, anyway, I kind of got off on a tangent there. It makes me sad. But, so Trump said some pretty bad things about some women. Once again, I'm not for him. I'm not against him. I'm anti Clinton. And what I keep seeing is everybody's so outraged at what Donald Trump says. But what I want to know is why are all these people that are anti-Donald Trump, why are you not offended at Hillary Clinton? Donald Trump didn't ignore any cries for help from the military. I need you to understand that. This is my problem. Donald Trump isn't responsible for the death of soldiers. Clinton is. I'm not saying that excuses what he said. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm sure every woman in the world is angry and aggravated, and I've heard that Robert De Niro wants to punch him in the face. You feed into all that. I want you guys to know that the media is hyping all this up. You, me, and everybody else have said things that we would not have said if we'd known somebody was recording. That's all I'm saying. But yet, everybody's getting ready. Everybody wants blood. Everybody wants to hate this man. But yet, he's just your standard run-of-the-mill man. He really is. It makes me angry that you're all mad at Trump, but you're not mad at Clinton. That drives me nuts. Be mad at both of them. Both of them clowns. Really, guys. Both of them are so unfit to be the leader of this country. Anyway, look, I'm going to lose Jesus talking about this mess. But anyway, it was a great weekend. It was wonderful. The play was absolutely fabulous. It was so good to see some of my kids that are now grown that are just doing phenomenal things. But more importantly, you're doing phenomenal things, getting the message out. And that's all that matters, is the message of Jesus Christ. He's the only message that matters. That's it. Thank you guys for tuning in to Jesse's Junk Mail. I got a lot of comments on how cheesy that is, but it's kind of funny. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some good stuff. We'll see. If not, it'll just be probably me rambling my thoughts and whatnot. But I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you have the start to a better week. Mondays are always rough for everybody. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow on Twitter and Facebook for those World of Warcraft fans that we have. I post the screenshots on Snapchat and the Instagram, the gaming Instagram. So follow on whatever you want. You can send me an email if you got something you want to talk about or discuss. That's it. Put it in the comments. Send me an email. Do what you got to do. Last but not least, I love you. God loves you. Be blessed. I'm really kind of glad that I didn't watch the presidential election because I've got a feeling I really do. I think it may have been kind of nasty.